This is my first video. We're going to go over massive job creation in the United States. It's part of my compilation. I've been writing down my thoughts and trying to process everything and put it together. I'm pretty much going to be reading off of everything that I wrote, and I want you to like it. I want you to share it, get it out there as much as possible, give me feedback, because I can't fix anything if I don't have a feedback from everybody else. So I want you to be involved. I want you to give me opinions, and we're gonna go ahead and start. So bear with me. Like I said, I'm gonna be reading it off of my paper. So without further ado, all right. This is my compilation on views and strategies going forward to restructure the United States for its greatest success seen to date. In this document, I will address first the issue, the most beneficial solution, an alternative solution in the case that we all know the ideologues will reject the common sense solutions that we all know to be the best path. No matter what makes sense, we all know that politicians in Washington, D.C. are always changing common sense policies to cater to everyone, to not offend anyone so they can get reelected. With that being said, I'll be including alternative solutions based on the assumption that politicians will be in opposition. For example, in the immigration portion later on, I'll present the best solution, and another based on an assumption that they'll pass amnesty. This is just so we can cover our bases. If you don't have a backup plan, it's just going to lead to failure. It's just the way it is. It's like a quote I read one time. Failing to make a plan is to plan for failure. But back to my my writings here. Okay, I'd just like to have a second solution to achieve the best outcome with opposition in mind. So just have our bases covered. So let's get started. We're going to go over our massive job creations, and this is going to be the groundstone. So we're going to be working from the bottom up, and we're going to be discussing majority of everything that we need to do. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but this is where we can start and just see amazing flourishment in our economy. So pardon me, I'm stuttering. I'm a little bit nervous, but bear with me. All right. Massive job creations. In this section, we will explain how to create massive amounts of jobs for the entire U.S. in a very short amount of time. I want to first recognize the Dewar's commercial and go to Dewars.com. It was actually, it inspired me for this section. Lastly, it's unfortunate that I cannot see a backup plan for this section. There are too many regulations and too high of a tax rate at this time to make a significant change to jobs and our economy. It's just the truth of the matter. I am sorry. Now, with all that being said, let's learn what to do to change all that nonsense and see the most massive growth the U.S. will ever see. The groundwork for the strongest growth starts just there, in the ground. Our national resources are our key to prosperity beyond any conceivable alternative. First up to change. Federal regulations across the board need to be lifted. We need a clean slate to reopen our coal mines and our energy industry. Second, issue more permits for American oil companies to drill. We need to make sure that these permits are open to domestic energy. We need to start investing in our own resources and using it in our country. That's the main thing. Okay, but back to what I was writing. Alright, just these two simple common sense changes will bring unexpected, amazing job growth and revenue to our country. Third, reduce taxes up to 15% from mom and pop shops to big corporations. I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that because big corporations going down, but I'm going to explain to you why. Alright, less taxation will lead to expansion in both these fields alone, both in work, jobs available, and research and development. Alright, this is the real fun part. With more money, coal and oil energy can invest into cleaner energy production on their own and without being under pressure from government regulations to do so. This is what we need. We need energy to make sure that it's clean on its own. With more money coming into the company, that's going to be a huge difference, because then they can invest into their own research, development, and ultimately we can reduce the carbon footprint. So that's for everybody, but that's common sense. That's without losing jobs because of regulations. That's what we really need right now. We don't need to force people out of business because of regulations and stuff that cost too much and is just not obtainable within a 10 to 20 year period. It just doesn't make any sense. So we just need to take it step by step. You can't make a difference overnight. It's kind of like alcoholism. It takes one day at a time. Now, with that being said, let's return. All right. Fourth, I would encourage tax incentives for employers to show proven growth by 10 to 15% annually or even semi-annually for jobs created to get an additional 3% off the tax rate from 15 to 12%. That right there is an incentive. It's a huge incentive. People are going to hire more. They're going to get invested more. They're going to make more money. Remember, more jobs, more revenue, more investing. Okay? For the energy sector, I would even consider a 10% overall tax rate for domestic companies. That means at home. All right, to help with the expansion of R&D and cleaner production cost, for example, coal, gas, and oil. All right, we discussed that a minute ago. Now to our step-by-step massive job growth using the above changes and using energy as our American job growth cornerstone. New permits, bring surveyors. New surveyors, sign off on development and construction begins. Construction workers, engineers, pipe fitters, welders, painters, concrete workers, electricians, and the like begin to work. These folks need home, clothes, food, gas, etc. Alright, here comes the juicy bit. You're going to love this. Restaurants, stores, and housing demands increase, on which brings a rise in demand of products sold at these locations. Transport is boosted due to higher manufacturing demand through the deals done through customer service representatives at a call center from a store located in the town where energy production is being created. It loops all back together. That's amazing, isn't it? And it's common sense, and it's true. There's just really no way to look at it. You can't spin it. Alright. You know, the amazing part is that's all due to the construction of the facility itself. Now the facility opens, hundreds of employees are hired, and the economic boost continues. All the while, remember, that was a domestic energy production facility, and now energy prices are lower now too. More revenue back to the economy, more to spend on, for companies to expand and start the same process in another location. I believe it's time to explain how to lower taxes, but we're going to go ahead and do that in the next video. In our next video, I will explain how the lowering taxes is going to pay for itself and what businesses need to expect, because they'll see a drop in revenue, and of course we're going to see a dip in taxes, but that's all going to pay itself back within a 5-year period of time. Okay, and you're going to see more tax inflow into the government without us being just wrung to death, you know, paying out hand over fist to the government, and that's going to be more money in our pockets to take care of our families. I'll go over it in the next video so all the naysayers will understand step by step how we're going to be able to pay for that, what to expect over a 5-year course of time, and we're going to go over alternatives with that as well. But just share this video, like it, get it out there. I'm going to try to put it out as much as possible so we can get this onto a conversation block. And like I said, I would really like feedback all the way around. This is the best way we do it. If there's something I missed or if there's something that I got wrong, I just want to hear it, honestly. And that's how you build. We all have an opinion on it. This is something common sense. We can build off this. We can grow. Now, we just need to put these things into play. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and there's more to come. We're going to tackle immigration, we're going to tackle um, everything, foreign domestic policies and infrastructure. We're just going to take it step by step over the course of this next 6 months, and I'm going to lay it out there for you all. And I'm going to do my best to get onto a platform where I can reach folks so we can get these things done. Because honestly, we're almost at a point of no return, and I don't want to see my kids suffer like we've suffered. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. Even if you're middle class, upper middle class, you've seen yourself being shorthanded, and we don't want that anymore. We want to be prosperous. We want to leave stuff for our kids. We want to have stuff that they can be set up to have success in life. We want to have jobs after they get out of college. I went to college, and I didn't never finish because honestly there was no reason for me to. And I hate to say it like that, but I've got friends that are astrophysicists and stuff like that, and they can't get into anything that they went to school for 10, 12 years for. It's just not working, and we got to do something together to make this change. But we're going to go over more and more over the next 6 months. But I'm going to release videos every 2 days on a different issue. I'm going to be writing this stuff down. If you have any questions, feel free to add me on Facebook. You can also get a hold of me on Twitter at Ryan, Ryan, RHYAN, Reppond 16, REPPOND, of course. And I'll be adding this to my YouTube video. I'll put the link up on my Facebook and my Twitter. Please get in touch with me if you have any advice, anything that you want to input to make this better. Just please talk to me so we can all work together to make this happen. And I appreciate everybody, and I love you all. Even if you don't know me, I care about y'all, and I want to make this world better for us and for our children. So please share it, like it. Let's work together. Let's get it done. Thank you.